know, it's a trip. As I'm sitting here watching these guys try to catch these crabs, can't help but wonder how things have changed for society. Big time, man. Big time difference. I'm talking about from when we grew up. So I grew up in the 80s. I was born in 71. So I grew up in the 70s and the 80s. I'm considered an 80s baby and a 90s baby, pretty much, you know? But I'm from the 80s, man, and the experiences these guys and all these other kids around here are having today, big difference, man. Big difference. Totally different from the way we grew up. You know, I was just telling them earlier that their generation, that they're the internet generation. What I mean by that is, as they're growing up, their experiences are going to be different, are totally different from ours. Meaning that kids today spend a lot of time online versus hanging out outside. You know, the experiences they're witnessing that they're going through today is a lot of it's online. How much of it? I don't know. It depends on how much your kid is sitting at home. You know, that's why, man, I always stress, get the kids outside, man. They gotta get that experience, man. They gotta feel and experience life, man. Like, you see these people walking around, they ain't staying home, man. They refuse to stay home. I'm the same way. I'm not staying home, man. Especially with these guys, you know what I mean? We're always out and about. We've always been like that. If these kids today don't get that experience that we've always had, you know, from back in the days, from your parents and from you, I'm talking about the older people, you know, in their 40s, 50s, 60s. I'm 48, well, I'll be 49 next month. If they don't get that experience of socializing with people and getting outside and riding bikes and picking up rocks and tossing them and fishing and whatever, man, experiencing different things, man, it's going to be a whole different mindset, man. They ain't going to get that social, what do you call it? You know, when you bond with people and you react with people, they're not going to get that, man. They're not. That's why it's up to you as a parent. You got to get your kid outside, man. That way they can get the experience. It's up to you as a parent to make sure that your kid gets that experience. Take them out, throw a ball with them, man. Do something. You know what I'm saying? Do something. Do not let them sit at home doing nothing. All right? You as a parent, this is for the parents. You as a parent, your job is to impart wisdom to your child, raise them up in the ways of God. I know some of you don't do that, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. That's your job. You're supposed to learn about God so you can teach your kids about God so they can roll right in life, so they don't get all screwed up later on in the future. But that's your job. Impart wisdom, teach them God's will, keep them active, and get their brains spinning, get the wheels spinning, man. Show them how to learn, man. Teach them how to learn, get out, experience things. That's your job as a parent. Nobody was teaching me this stuff when I was little. But thank God I was just always out and about. I was always surrounded with friends, people, going places, whatever, man. Like I said, I'm an 80s baby, man. I grew up breakdancing. I was in a breakdance group, a graffiti group, always active, man, doing something. A lot of it was illegal, like graffiti stuff, you know what I'm saying? But that's the point, man. Keep your kids active. Stay on them. Keep them strong in the Lord. That's what I want to tell you guys. Keep your kids active, but definitely keep them off the streets, especially that gang life. You ain't gonna stop gangs, but at least you can influence your kids to stay away from them. All right? Because if the gangs get a hold of them, it's gonna wreck them, man. Straight up. Keep away from the gangs as much as you can. I know you can't control everything, but do what you can to school your babies, man. They need you. What did James Dobson say one time? He said, be your kid's best friend, because your kids' best friends know about them more than you do. What does that mean? They know about the griminess that your kids are doing. Yes, you guys know what I'm talking. You guys know what I'm talking about. We did it growing up. Some of you guys know what I'm talking about. Anyways, school your babies, stay on them. Do it in Jesus' name.